It is 25 minutes before 10 o'clock. It's time for Horse Sense. The Equine Alliance of Marion County brings us this program. And in the studio, Mark Shuffett and Crystal Furnung and Barbara Feitos is here. Dory Morgan is here. And we're getting to meet somebody new today, Deb Adams. Well, good morning to everybody. How are you?
Hello, good morning.
Good to see you all. Good morning.
Yeah.
Deb, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And you are with Racehorse
Reclaim.
Racehorse Reclaim. I can't wait to find out what that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's with Racehorse Reclaim Thoroughbreds, and she's going to talk about what she does for the reclaiming horses, basically educate them for another career after the race, after they're done racing. And she also has a little fundraiser event coming up, so we'll talk a little bit more about that.
Wow.
Okay.
How do you know that a horse is ready to be reclaimed?
Usually it's going to be the trainer.
Just decides it's time.
Time, yeah.
And like Derek Jeter, time. It's time.
Derek Jeter.
It's just time, right?
It's time. Yep.
Okay.
So Deb will tell you a little bit more about that. So we'll let Deb talk about what she does.
Okay, well, first of all, I'd like to thank everybody for the opportunity today to share with you what Racehorse Reclaim is all about. We are a 501c3 not-for-profit charitable organization which is concerned with the welfare of thoroughbred horses that are retiring from racing and or training. And our role, our job, is to help seg these horses into new lives and careers beyond the racetrack. We have been in operation since 2007, officially. We first started, Dory and Larry, in Hot Springs, Arkansas, around the Oaklawn Park racetrack, very historic racetrack, where we established what we do, and indeed we still take many horses every year from Arkansas and do receive support from Oaklawn Park itself, which is, of course, a big help since we are a not-for-profit organization. We came to Florida, specifically Ocala, 2 years ago for family reasons, and also because, quite frankly, it is a lot easier to rehome the horses in this part of the country than it is in Arkansas and the Midwest. The opportunities for the horses to move on as show horses, pleasure horses, family horses is much greater in this part of the country.
Horse capital of the world.
Yes, exactly. That is right. And certainly while maintaining our love and our connections with our Arkansas friends, we have begun taking in Florida horses and getting to know the community here. Like being here very, very much.
Great. So, do you find a lot of them going to the dressage, jumping, pleasure horse?
Dory, all of the above.
Okay.
In my opinion and experience, which is over 40 years with show horses all around the country and in Europe, the American Thoroughbred is absolutely unqualified, the most versatile horse in the world. Certainly, most of them are bred for horse racing. However, I do remember the day, and yes, I am of the vintage when I can use the term in the day, that many people bred thoroughbreds for sport, and they were called homebreds. But at any rate, a good thoroughbred can do just about anything, in my opinion and experience.
Yeah. We find a lot of the polo people are looking for thoroughbreds for polo. I mean, I don't think there's any sport that they're not entrenched in.
Quite right.
I can't think of, maybe barrel racing, but there are a few.
Really? So what was happening before your organization? Were they being killed or euthanized, or what was happening?
Kind of a mixed bag, Larry. Many of them would find themselves into homes in the hands of folks. And again, not to dwell on the negative, because
just as pets, they were just being kept as pets.
As pets, riding horses, trail horses, show horses. Yes, but the thoroughbred as a riding horse is really experiencing a renaissance, and is becoming more and more desirable as a show horse and as a riding horse, kind of going full circle incredible because, again, back in the day when this country was getting off the ground in the international sports of dressage and jumping and three-day eventing, the horse of choice was the American Thoroughbred, as opposed to some of the European breeds that kind of dominated the sport for a while. But we're seeing, again, a real comeback of the true Thoroughbred in the sport end of things.
And just to go back to the reason this is a good area, is it because of the same reasons why the other horses are here? The ground and the, what is it, the lime rock or something?
Well, speaking in terms of rehoming the horses, this is absolutely the horse show capital of the world. All of the major disciplines of horse showing have a very strong presence in Florida, particularly in the winter. And folks come from all over the country, actually internationally, to compete and share all the horse showing. And a lot of the times they're looking for horses for prospects and new candidates and so forth. So this is a really prime area to, again, help move the horses into a new career and a new life. And that's really what it's all about for Racehorse Reclaim.
Since we're so concentrated with so many horse shows, there's just enormous opportunities for people in a very small area to come look at your horse, to put him into a new career.
That is right.
You don't have to drive very far to find another horse show.
And I know this may be a dumb question, but it's coming from me, so it's understandable. But I mean, do horses have a psychology? In other words, do they need to have that need? You know, like humans, we need to be doing something for most of us.
Yes, I think that.
I think so. Yeah,
don't you?
I agree.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's a few that would like, just like humans, would like to be a couch potato, and they're perfectly happy. Just leave me alone. But on the norm, I think most of them, they want a job.
They want something to do.
Yeah.
Just like dogs. I mean, they want a job. And it's any humans, dogs, horses. They want a purpose. They want to do something. They get bored.
Wow, you know, when you say it's the horse show capital of the world, I've always heard it's the horse capital, but I never heard the horse show capital. And I wonder why, I mean, we know it here, if you live here. But the rest of the country, unless you're a horse person, you don't really know that about Florida, or especially about Marion County.
Well, there's not, I don't think, a one umbrella like the NFL that's promoting us. You know, the NFL, the NBA, they have these one umbrellas that promote the sport. Who's promoting us as a whole? So you might have the quarter horse industry promoting themselves or dressage, but they don't band together.
I would say as a spectator sport for the average citizen, the show jumping does receive a tremendous amount of publicity and television coverage and so forth, and the big winter horse show jumping circuits are down here during the winter. And a lot of the public pay admission and go to watching jump.
You know that TV show Family Feud where they say, we asked 100 people, you know, where's the horse capital of the world?
Yeah.
I think number one would be Kentucky. I think most people would say Kentucky.
I would think so.
So do they have a better PR department or something?
I think so.
Just older.
Older, it's been around, and, you know.
There's horse farms been around there from the 1800s. You know, if you go back, you can find them there.
Yeah,
you know, and Ocala started with, you know, Ocala started with probably back in the 50s and 60s is when it started. So they're just older.
Yeah.
And so we've got, I mean, is it important to us? I mean, do we need to be making that better, or is that not really important?
That's why we're here.
That's why we kind of are here.
It's our small little step to try and get that rectified.
Maybe we'll go national and syndicate someday.
Someday, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we need to get the word out because it's so important to our county as far as the economics. So yes, we do need to get it out. I mean, there's so many people that travel here for the horse shows.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
You know, to see them, to compete in them, and that's like Deb says. That's why she's here. I mean, all these people are coming here to compete and see it. Well, while I'm here, I need to look at horses to buy.
Yeah.
Perfect opportunity for her.
See, and see, I would never buy a horse. I don't. I think I'd be a bad horse owner. I would be neglecting it or whatever. But I would love to see them, and just this show alone has already gotten me out twice. So just for taking pictures, just for photography. Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to do. I mean, there could be, like to say, not everybody needs to own a horse, but everybody loves them. It's kind of in our history and our blood, so everyone pretty much loves to at least go look at them.
Yeah.
So if nothing else, come to the shows, go visit a farm, and get up close. And
Dory, we have to take a break. We have a weather break and a couple of sponsors for the show, and we'll be right back. This is WOCA Ocala. We'll return to Horse Sense in just a moment.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. We'll see some clouds and sun today with a few showers and a thunderstorm arriving in the afternoon inland. High 84 to 88. Mostly cloudy tonight with a shower or thunderstorm near the coast. Low 72 to 76. Clouds and sunshine tomorrow with a few showers and a thunderstorm. High 86 to 90. Sunday mostly cloudy with a few more showers and a thunderstorm. High 87 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Steve Travis.
Insurance, payroll, taxes, workers' comp? How am I expected to keep up with this?
APB.
Very funny.
No, APB is American Payroll and Benefits with over 30 years experience. Count on APB to save real time and money on workers' comp and payroll costs, filing taxes, you know, all that frustrating and time-consuming employee paperwork.
Thanks, tall, dark, and smart.
Call APB today at 352-624-1999.
Did you know that Marion County is known as the horse capital of the world? Did you know that Florida is one of the top thoroughbred horse markets in North America? Thoroughbred horses annually contribute $1 billion to the Sunshine State's economy and employ over 12,000 people, more than even baseball spring training. To learn more about the horse capital of the world or to join the membership of the FTBOA, the Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association, please check out ftboa.com.
Welcome to Infinite Natural Day Spa. We offer massage, facial, waxing, and hydrotherapy with body scrub. Infinite Natural Day Spa will bring you to an unparalleled all-natural experience of beautification, peace, and comfort that is uniquely yours. We hope to transport you to a place where you can truly appreciate a newly found state of relaxation. All right, let's return to Horse Sense from the Equine Alliance of Marion County, and the special guest in the studio today is Deb Adams from Racehorse Reclaim. I think I just found your event on Facebook, by the way, so I shared it with everybody. I hope I had the right one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I found it pretty quickly. Okay. Is it October 13th?
It is October 13th.
Yeah.
It is October 13th, Larry. From 6 to 9 p.m., and it will be held at the Ocala Breeder Sales Complex, specifically at the Tiki Bar. And I should mention that OBS has very generously donated the space and the time to Racehorse Reclaim for our first, what we call an evening social. And it is, of course, to benefit the care of the thoroughbred horses that we take in. Our major sponsor, and this is really a highlight, is Fresh Green Tomatoes, who is catering the event. Going to be some of the most fantastic food around available there at the event, and we're going to have wonderful live music by a fantastic duo, KJ, and we are working towards our silent auction, where there's going to be many wonderful items up for grabs. Can start your Christmas shopping early.
All right.
And we expect it to be just a real party, a real celebration of the thoroughbred horses.
And the sale will be, it will be starting the next day or something.
Yes.
So there'll be horses on the grounds.
Yeah.
You know, which if people want to come out and just be on the grounds and see, walk through the barns, and they can do that.
Absolutely. The whole atmosphere is going to be there.
Opportunity to see both, the sale operation going on and her event, which is a fundraiser, so, for people to come out. So you get... the tickets are $20, I think, for your event.
Yes, $20, which of course is inclusive of the food and so forth. And we're going to be doing that with a pay in advance RSVP, and that's available through me. Of course, all the contact information will be given to you here on the broadcast, and
we'll
also
have it on our website.
On your website, yes. And the offices at the Florida Breeders. Lots of Facebook coverage.
Deb, you said you came here for family reasons. Were you surprised with the horse industry here, or did you know that in advance?
No, already knew that in advance, having lived in Florida and horse showed for many years down here. Yes, sir.
So it was common knowledge, and again, this is the feeling I get is that the horse people in the country know about Marion County. It's the rest of us that don't.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially all the show horse people.
Yeah.
I mean, you might maybe your pleasure riders, your trail people may not know, but show horse people all know about Marion County. But now a lot of even the trail riders are knowing because. The Greenway, we have such a vast trail network in the Goethe Forest, in, Marion County. I mean, it's just unbelievable, our trail network. So people can come here and trail ride, and there's cabins to rent, and I mean, you can ride all the way across the state. So
have you ever done that?
Not all the way across. I've done quite a bit.
Really?
Not
really.
I haven't gone from ocean to ocean yet.
and is this trailway that's Marjorie Carr? Is that the lady's name?
Yeah, that's part of the Marjorie Carr.
I was reading something about her, by the way. Obviously, made a really big contribution.
Yeah.
So is that their trail you rode on?
Yeah, that's the trail that you do from ocean to ocean. It's part of the old barge canal where they started digging. And you can see a lot of it still, where the dirt's kind of piled up. You can tell that there was a canal there, or was going to be a canal.
It's going to be,
yeah. Never made it.
I think that lady really saved our water, didn't she? Mm-hmm. Sounds like, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if it would have changed.
You wonder how it would have changed the infrastructure of Marion County, so many things. I mean, just think of what it's done to the Panama Canal, what it's done to Panama. So it would have changed things a lot.
What's what I'd like to know her early association with horses. Where was your first association with horses, and kind of your story, how it got you to where you are.
Thank you. Grew up in the wonderful state of Maryland and began riding as a very, very small child, and of course rode all through the childhood and teen years. At any rate, I was very blessed to be able to go to formal horse school, so to speak, as opposed to college, and made a career out of training and instructing and competing. And bringing this back to the thoroughbred horse, we were always mounted on thoroughbreds because that was mainly what was available to us. And I enjoyed a 35-plus year career in the dressage world, both here and in Europe. And again, mainly on thoroughbreds. After retiring from the horse show world, my husband and I found ourselves for business reasons in Hot Springs, Arkansas, which is a racetrack town, and that's where Racehorse Reclaim evolved, was around the Oaklawn Park racetrack up there. We started taking in thoroughbreds through friends who were owners and trainers, and it kicked off and grew to what it is now.
And so do you own horses of your own still?
Well, Crystal, I consider them all my horses. Yeah. They are, of course, under the umbrella of the operation, but yeah.
Well, do you still ride?
Yes, I do. Yep, I have a couple of wonderful thoroughbreds who are great, big, gorgeous movers, and we get out there and
That's
do
what
our...
people call me, by the way.
Great, big, gorgeous mover.
Yes.
It's my job. So is it similar to like when you hear about the greyhound dogs being put to sleep? I mean, there was something compassionate within you and your husband that wanted to do this? Obviously, it wasn't a business idea.
Right. It is definitely a non-for-profit. That is for sure. Absolutely. There's always a need for the horses retiring from racing and so forth to find a place to go. Well, and that's what our role. That's what our role is.
And I think being in the thoroughbred industry like Crystal is, we don't want anything bad to happen to them, but we don't have the connections maybe in the show horse world. Our business is racehorse.
That's true, yeah.
So it's like, okay, we know this horse could be a jumper or dressage, but people aren't coming to our farm to buy show horses. So therefore, you move them to another location like her, where she's got the connections to get them into the show horse world.
Are there ever horses that don't quite make the cut as the racehorse, and they
absolutely.
go straight to the show horse?
We have quite a few that, early in before they even start their career, they can't outrun a fat lady, is what we say. So you decide really early on that they're not going to be a racehorse. They have no desire. But so then you say, okay, is this a jumper? Is this a pleasure trail horse? And you try to find somebody who can make that connection for you, and you let them take it from you.
Well, we were talking last week. Barbara was talking about the statues in the area, and I was telling Barbara off the air that I found one. I found one at Homewood Suites. It's not giant. It's a small horse, but it's still a statue.
It's there.
Nice
By
statue.
Dillard's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were wondering how many statues there were in the area of horses.
The first go round, I think, wasn't there 28?
Oh no, he's not. He's
not talking about the horse fever.
sculptures like this.
Oh,
he's
just-
not talking about the painted horses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's talking about actually replicas like those.
Although those don't represent actual horses.
Yeah.
Like the one
ones that
in
represent- the ones at
what was the shopping place you said?
Market Street.
Yeah, there's an actual
Market
horse
Street
there.
Oh,
on
one,
the
the
commons
bronze
there,
statue
the
there.
bronze
Yeah.
of needles.
Okay,
Yeah,
of
exactly.
needles, yeah.
And that was the question. You know, how many of those that are actually replicas of named horses that you know, not just a statue or like this that's just a reproduction.
We need a trivia treasure hunt.
We said we put it up. Yeah.
Do show horses reach that level of notoriety? I mean,
Oh,
it's-
yes.
Oh, they do.
There's a what's called the Breyer Model Horse Series, and
I've
every
heard of
year,
that, yeah,
and girls collect them. You know, of course, they're horse crazy. But every year they will release a model based on a show horse. You know, in fact, we had one.
That was a
Well, we've had
slip.
several from this, quite a few from this area.
Several
Yeah.
from this area.
Yeah, you know, so there's been the Gypsy Vanners. We had one of our driving horses from Live Oak Farm, Jamaica, was put into a Breyer horse model. So
Oh, nice.
there's quite a few.
Yeah, that's right. However, the great thing about the horse shows in general is there is something for everyone. You do not have to have Olympic aspirations to go to horse shows and have the time of your life. There's all levels of competition so that all age groups can participate and compete. Depending on
Yeah,
where they
yeah,
want to
yeah.
be, it's really a great thing.
You know, I think the horse park. I think the fact that that's being developed is probably going to attract more people's
It's gonna
attention to just getting off the interstate and finding out what it is and
Yes.
and taking in some of these things.
Desperately needed here. I mean, Kentucky has their park. They have museums there. They have their Hall of Champion horses on display, and we're trying to get that here. We're working on it.
My computer just crashed, so can I ask you to kind of carry on, and I'm going to step away just for a minute so I can fix this thing. And the mics are still on. That's working.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Well, we also want to mention a couple other events that are coming up in October. Of course, we got Deb's event for the Racehorse Reclaim October 13th on Monday at OBS. But on October 18th, that same week, there will be another thoroughbred event for retired thoroughbreds, and it's a Halloween festival and horse show. And Crystal knows a little bit more about it, but they're having horse costume contests, which is always fun to see.
Yes, they're also incorporating this Laureen Barrera's event, and she's also incorporating it since it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. She's got a Susan Komen event. She's not doing a 5K. She's doing just a 1 mile walk run at 7:30 before the event starts. So, you know, a double whammy there where she can raise, you know, awareness for the need for after jobs for thoroughbreds and also, you know, raise money for breast cancer
Yeah.
awareness. And you can go for their, on their website,
Run for the Ribbons. You
Run
can
for the
Google
Ribbons.
that.
Yeah, and there's a place that you can actually, if you go to the Susan Komen site and search for Run for the Ribbons, you can just donate to her event through there, even
Okay.
if you can't go.
Yeah. And then, of course, the Horse Park is also having their first driving show of the season. It's kicking off, and that's that same weekend, October 18th and 19th, down at the Horse Park. So you can go down there and see some of the beautiful carriages and driving. They'll have dressage and cone competition along with a marathon. The marathon will be on Sunday. That's always the funnest event for people to watch, the horses going through the water hazards and navigating. So you can check out, it's called their Fall Fling of Horse Driving Trial. So there's
That's great.
something starting here in October and on through, I think,
Oh,
pretty
doesn't
much
stop.
April. Something's going on every weekend somewhere in this county with the horse show. So we'll try to get these also on our website.
Yeah, your
Equine
Facebook
Allowance.
page is a big help. I mean, anybody who wants to see what's going on, it's the Facebook page that I go
Yeah.
to.
Right.
Could we go back to her information and give it to everybody one more time? So
Thank you very much. Okay. The Racehorse Reclaim website is www.racehorsereclaim.com. and our Facebook page is Racehorse Reclaim Thoroughbred Rescue is the Facebook page, and all info and lots of images and up-to-date what we're doing with the operation. So we invite everybody to visit us there.
And I've shared it on my Facebook, and we'll share it on the WOCA Facebook
Wonderful.
Before we're out of here.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you. Thank you all of you for
And
coming
we'll
in.
have it on our Facebook, Horse Sense, so you can find out all these events on our Facebook.
Share the show with everybody.
That's
It's
right.
taped every week, and we post it on Facebook and on YouTube, so make sure you share it. Thank you. Thank you all for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Yes, Larry.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Today in Florida Ag News, I'm the Southeast Ag Network.